All right. Um, I want you to kind of participate in this video and just play along. Just play along. Okay. Uh, this is the favor I want from you. Below in the comments, I want you to just write down when you see me, like look at me carefully. Like if you have a phone or something, just see, look at my face and tell me what difference do you see. I'll give you a small clue. Go to maybe 10 days ago, see a video, and see the video now, and just look at my face and tell me what do you see, or look at the way I talk or whatever, and comment down below. Okay, do this, and after you do this, pause the video, comment down below, and after that, I will tell you. Okay, so do it. I'll give you 5 seconds. Just I'll count. Five, four, three, two, one. Okay. So I assume that you looked at my video, looked at my face, heard how I'm speaking, all that, and put a comment down below. Okay. Don't change it now. Okay. Now I'll tell you. Now, obviously, if you see a few days ago, maybe 8, 10 days ago, you'll say, "Oh, you shaved, you clean shaved, damn good, man." Okay. Some others will say, "Yeah, you look the same, just a little tired." Okay. If you have not managed to notice, I am slimmed down. I am shrunk. Okay. My eyes are sunken. And yes, by now, I'm 100% sure if you have followed my channel, you'll be like, I know. And yes, if you have not guessed it by now, the answer is I completed a fasting. I completed a fasting of 8 days with no food. And I think the last 24 hours, I avoided any water. Now, please, one very important disclaimer, please do not do this if you're not used to it. I'm used to it. I've been doing it for now 1 year, playing around with intermittent fasting and intermittent fasting like 3 years now, maybe 2 years, 3 years. But full day fast and not eating food for prolonged period of time, 3 day, 5 day, 8 day. The highest I've gone, I think, is 15 days. Okay, so please don't do it without medical supervision. Now, here's a question that everyone asks me, which I want to address in this video. Why in the world am I doing this? Why in the world am I not eating food for so many days? And why am I doing it so many times? Many people think, oh, you want to lose weight, oh, you want to be slim, oh, you want to, get those six-pack abs. No, that is not six-pack abs. That is totally no. But there is a reason why I'm doing this, and then I'll also explain to you why I'm making this video. Okay, so see, here's the honest thing: how much weight and all that I'll be making the next video. So for this, I wanted to speak to you on a very important message. See, I'm 47 years old. Okay, I'm my own boss. I live my own life. I can buy whatever I want. I can uh, live my life the way I like. I'm very blessed that I have freedom to get up when I like, sleep when I like. I've said this before in many videos, and I call the shots. So nobody can stop me. So if I want, I can eat chocolates every day. I can eat ice creams every day, and I was doing that. I was doing that a couple of years ago. I would start my day by drinking Red Bull or having a very thick pumpkin latte from Starbucks, starting my day. And my breakfast would be as big as for 6 people. No exaggeration. The parotas would be crisp. I would have chicken fry, beef fry, fish, some item, curry item, South Indian food, sambar, idli. I would, like, I'm literally hogging as if I've not eaten for years. And that would just be my breakfast. And even bread slices condensed milk with cheese, jam, and peanut butter. Seriously, it was like I needed a whole table. And my wife she used to always marvel, how do you eat all this? But she was very happy to make. Okay. But obviously, if you have followed my channel, you know that I was 125 kilos those days. And then I decided, because I was pre-diabetic, cholesterol was there, heart related issues. I had, near joints pain. I had breathing issues. I had so many problems, blood pressure. And the doctor said, you're moving towards a life where, you know, you'll be overweight, cholesterol, diabetes, blood pressure. You'll have to live your life on medication. And that was not the kind of life I wanted to live. So then, as you know, I decided to go for the bariatric surgery. And then, the transformation that began. However, many people assumed that because I got bariatric surgeries where they cut your stomach and make it small. And there are two types. One is bypass, where they completely reorganize your intestine, and they bypass. That means instead of going, the food goes and then to the small intestine, stomach and small intestine, then the large intestine. It bypasses a major amount of your intestine and goes directly to the stomach, which is as small as my fist. So it'll be big before, it'll be small as my fist. So that is one. The other one is sleeve. So if your stomach is like this, they make it like a tube, so you can eat. You start eating less. I chose the bypass, okay, for reasons altogether, which I've made a separate video. I don't want to speak about it here. So I lost weight from 125 kilos to it came down to kind of 80. Okay, stayed at 80, 75, 80. But then, they say bad habits die hard. And I started to hog again. I started to eat again. And within 1 year, from 75, which my weight was, it went back to 82, and it was just going more and more. And my wife also commented, "You're putting on weight now." And when I checked my weight, I was like, what the hell is happening here? I paid money. I made such a life-changing decision of having, surgery. And you can check the video. You can type Machedo bariatric surgery. But just mind you, it's very graphic, and I'm naked on the operating table. So it's not a porno movie or anything. I'm just lying like a lifeless dead body. They are operating. Okay. So just be careful. It's a restricted video, and there's a lot of blood. So if you're squeamish, don't watch. So after that, I told myself, then what am I doing, man? I'm going back to my bad habits. So then I researched and found out that even people who do the surgery fail. So then I decided, okay, I'm going to incorporate walking. I'm going to incorporate some form of exercise. And then I discovered intermittent fasting, where you don't eat for majority of the day. Like after waking up, you don't eat for 6 hours, and then you start, or 8 hours, you don't eat. And it's very popular. Okay. So what it does is it trains the body to eat only mostly fat until you start eating. However, the poison or the addiction is sugar and carbs. Okay. Carbs is okay, but we always go overboard. And we can't live without it. I love my donuts. I love my ice cream. I love my chocolates. I love my, not cold drinks, but, sweet tooth. So it took me another one full year of intermittent fasting. And remember this, I'm a guy who couldn't stay without food for more than 1 hour. I was a food addict, serious food addict. And this is not a joke. Okay. If I wake up, I have to start putting something in my mouth and eat and munch and crunch. Watch a movie, eat, munch and crunch. Always something on a. Why do you think in the movie theaters they give you popcorn that is salty, Coke that is sweet, then umami that is the nachos chips? Because they trigger an addiction. and you can't stop at one. That's why even if you order a full popcorn bucket, a full massive one, you'll keep eating until the movie's over. So I started intermittent fasting, and to my surprise, I never thought in my life I'd come down to, I think I came down to 70 kilos, 71, 72. And then I wanted to see, can I boost my body's health and make it better? Because remember that scary bit, um, diabetes, blood pressure, and also I had cancer, suspect cancer cells. So then I found out people fasting for a whole day, and I never could do, forget whole day. Doing 6 hours was a miracle. I started off with 1 hour, and it took me like 1, 2 months. Okay, 1 hour I can manage. Then 3 hours, again 1, 2 months. Then 6 hours, 1, 2 months. So slowly, my stamina started to build to control food. And I realized food is just, hunger is just an emotion, a feeling. And if I was not eating half the day, still I was okay. So I was thinking, why am I eating? Then it went to the one day. And I'll tell you, there were so many times I failed, so many times. I would do, but a little smell of the food my wife is cooking or someone's cooking, and I would say, I don't do the fast. Finally, I succeeded in doing a 1 day fast. But when I tried to do it again, I failed. So one day I would do the whole day fast. And then, after 1 week, I'd say, can I do 1 day again? I would fail. That's like, why did I fail? Then I would try again. So this went on until one day became possible. Then I decided I will try 3 days, 3 or 4 days, which was impossible. Again, tried, failed, tried, failed, tried, failed until I succeeded. Then I said, I'm going to do the new record, 7 days. Again, tried 3 days, then I caved in. Tried 4 days, then I felt, oh, hungry again. Okay, temptation. So finally, I was able to do 7 days. And then, when I posted the video that I did 7 days while walking, exercising, by the way, people used to write, oh, it's not a big deal. I've done 7 days. I was like, isn't this supposed to be something great? Why people are saying, oh, I've done 7 days. What's the big deal? So that kind of pissed me off. Then I was like, can I do 15 days? And that kind of struck me because there were not very many people who would, they would always say, hey, you did 7 days. What the hell, man? I did 10 days or what? It's like nobody has said I've done 15 days. So I decided to challenge myself. And lo and behold, the first time I did 11 days, if you check my previous videos, I became like a stick. I was completely sunk in. So then I tried. I said I'll do 15 days, failed many attempts. Finally, when my wife was not there, I succeeded. And I'll tell you, I was the thinnest at 57 kilos. It was, I never imagined in my life I would come down 57 kilos. Okay. And believe it or not, I was so thin. All the people around the area where I stay, when I would go for shopping or buying something, people were worried, are you dying? Do you have cancer? Like, they were really worried. And they even told my wife, what has happened to your husband? We are worried. Is there any help you need? And then my wife started to cry and said, please stop, please stop. So I stopped at 15 days. Okay. After that, I broke my record. So I don't need to fast again. Health is back. And I went back to my old habits, relaxing. And I was still practicing intermittent fasting, that is eating after 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock evening. But then, I'm the type of guy who always likes to keep pushing himself. So I made a mistake and tried to do again a 7-day fast or 8-day fast. I know I'll finish this part. I'm coming to the main point now, where I got very sick. Sorry. You remember I told you I went to a temple fair where they come and they give you all sorts of food. It's a traveling like a circus. and I made a video eating insects. So I ate a bit. I tried one shot with the camera on. It didn't come properly, so I ate again. Those insects were cooked in very bad oil, which ended up with food poisoning. On top of that, in that traveling circus, that their traveling fair, it's, apparently many people had COVID, and I ended up catching a different variant of COVID, and I became very sick. I became sick, then my daughter became sick, then my wife became sick, but I became extremely sick. Okay. And to the point where I really thought I was going to die. Uh, it was very serious. Like, I was just bedridden, and I found it sometimes hard to even breathe. It was a tough time. And my wife was also very worried. I managed to recover. After 3 days, I was extremely serious. After that, recovered. But then I developed a very bad coughing, very bad, violent coughing, this thing. And even after the COVID got healed, I would keep coughing. Like, I'll tell you, it was so bad. Maybe you guys would never notice. I'd make a video, and if I talk one sentence, I would cough. 2, 3 sentences. You would notice in my previous videos that I was talking and coughing. And uh, these videos you have never seen, but sometimes I would cough non-stop for 3 hours. Can you imagine coughing? And not just coughing so bad, like you feel the whole, your whole intestine is going to come out. Like you're coughing to push out that mucus and all that. So I was like coughing so violently, and it used to pain me as to feel so uncomfortable, as to gargle with hot water. I went to multiple doctors. They said, no, can't be healed. So then I decided I was going to fast again, because when you fast, it heals your body, kills back, all the virus. I don't know, maybe my body was not ready for it because it was weak. Because this time when I did the fast, I was like a skeleton lying down on the bed, and I didn't have like the energy to move my arm like this. But I was adamant, I will do 8 days. On the fourth day, my wife came to me and sobbed and cried and said, because she used to massage my hand, there was no, my fingers were white and my lips were white. I was pale. She said, and I think I put a YouTube shorts, and people said, listen, man, you look very sick. And I was like, I think I need to stop this, because, when you do something, it should have positive results, not negative. And I don't think my body was ready for it. So, okay, I stopped. And I completely stopped my intermittent fasting, completely stopped this, any kind of fasting. I told my wife, from now I'm just going to eat normal. Get up in the morning. If I feel like eating an orange, I'll eat an orange, fruits, not chocolates and all that. Right from morning, I started to eat like a normal person, rice and carbs and everything else. And I'd promised myself that I would never do this fasting for this whole year. But I think that was in September or October. So, and obviously, I would put on a little weight. I slowly, gradually rose up to 70 from 67 kilos. That was my natural weight, 70, 72, then went to 74, which I was at 74. Still, I was okay. I was like, I don't care. Let it be there. But then when it started to go beyond 75, I was like, need to reset my body again, because now I again started developing, your body adapts. So I was again addicted to eating chocolates, and I was constantly experimenting, though the bariatric surgery doesn't make you eat all this, it will backfire, because the body cannot handle too much sugar or too much. If you put too much, your body pains like crazy, as if someone kicked you violently. And I would end up lying down for 45 minutes to 1 hour, because you can't eat with such a small stomach. And that also, especially sugar, if you have, energy goes up and then it crashes, and then you get this, I don't know, what do you call that? Diabetic shock, like that right word, I can't get it right now. Okay. So here goes. I was like, okay, I need to cut down. So what do I do? And that is where I decided I'll do this 8-day fast, which right now you are seeing me. I finish 8 days of no food. So one thing my clients and people who know me and people who see my face, they always ask me this. Even the people who knew when I was fasting 11 day, 15 day, why are you doing this, man? Why? And I've told them, yeah, health reasons. I'll make a separate video, next video, where each day, how does it impact my body? It's a summary. So it'll be very helpful if you want to see that. Okay. So in short, if you fast, you reset your body. Like when you were a small baby and you're born, your body was reset. It's like a factory resetting of a computer or laptop. So it's working perfectly. There's no junk, there's no unwanted stuff. It doesn't slow down. But we poison our bodies with food. So in came, that protocol, because I didn't want surgery. I didn't want medicines. I didn't want to be addicted to other foods. I wanted to reset. Okay. So succeeded. But it is not just health. It is not just the body is resetting to young. Yes, you lose fat. Yes, your brain becomes very sharp. Yes, you begin to wonder, I'm not eating food and I have energy. Then why the hell am I stuffing my face so much every day, 3, 4 times a day? When I can stay without food for, so many days, that means body has energy. So why are we eating? We eat because taste and temptation. Okay. So it was not only that. And this is where the key message of my video comes. The reason why I do this, which I explained to you the whole thing, and even though I said I'll not do it again, why I did it is because if I preach to other people, discipline yourself, be disciplined, don't give in to your temptations, improve, become better, and I myself am not disciplined, isn't it hypocrisy? And that also my biggest weakness, my biggest addiction, the addiction which has ruled my life from childhood. I remember my mother once said, she got angry with me. I was a small boy, means my height was as big as a table. I was making too much noise. I was a small boy. And she kind of, because I was making mischief, she put me on a table, top of a table. I can't get down. There was no chairs to step down. And she said, sit here, okay, until I come back, punishment. And there were these small musumbi. Musumbi is like those small oranges, mandarin oranges or whatever. So when she came back, she found out that I'd eaten there were 6, 7, I'd eaten all of them. So right from childhood, I loved eating, man. And I was notoriously known, oh, Loy comes, he'll eat everything. Like I was that type of a guy because I always felt starvation. I felt I'll never get these delicious food again. And it was a very bad thing. Huh? People would say, hey, oh my God, he's gone to the kitchen. Hey, run, run, run. Others, he'll eat everything. So I had a very bad reputation. In fact, even when I would go out to other people's house, my parents they would sit and tell me, listen, don't act like you didn't see food. Okay, behave yourself. But, I was a shameless little character. So food has been my addiction right from childhood. And when I started bodybuilding and steroids, I was eating 6 people's meal per day, 4 to 5 times a day. All not select good food, anything. In fact, I told in my old video, KFC all you can eat, I ate 70 pieces of chicken, 70, as a competition, until the manager came and requested, please leave, please leave. We have this buffet to make money, not to lose money. So that was my appetite, voracious. So if I preach discipline and I'm not disciplined myself, stupid, right? And if I don't discipline myself now, at the age of 47, when will I discipline myself? So one is discipline. And yes, my wife looking at me, my wife tells me, oh, I can't do this. If I don't eat food, she doesn't eat food on her time. she gets very irritated and tells me, I get very angry. So, because she's 16 years younger to me, I told her, I was like you once upon a time. I know all these excuses. So, one is discipline. The second one is character. It You respect yourself. You realize you're a person of character. You realize you're someone who can do it. Like I'll tell you, making a video when fasting was not easy, man. I'll tell you, not at all easy. Like I was struggling to make those videos, but I was like, no, I must make these videos. No matter what, I'll make these videos. And lo and behold, even though I didn't eat anything, I made the videos. And even my clients, when I would talk to them, nobody would figure it out. But if they would see me on video, they would say, Roy, like, are you losing weight or something? Are you sick? Then I would open up to them. So, and people respect me. The people who know me, they're like, Lloyd, man, I can't do what you're doing, man. I kind of respect you for it. And yes, the last one is, like I told you, self-respect and integrity. Then when your spouse, your wife, and your kid, when they see is disciplining himself, even though he doesn't need to, he can eat. Why should he discipline himself? He's perfectly healthy, slightly overweight, no health issues. By the way, after I fasted for that 15-day, when I went to take a blood test, complete, very, in depth, paid a lot of money for it. The guy told me, you don't have any more blood pressure, no diabetes, no cholesterol, no health issues, no uric acid, and even the spots of cancer, they're all gone. He said, your body is like pretty healthy, man. He said, I'm shocked that you didn't eat food for so many days and you're still healthy. Only I was a little slow. That's it. Because, you don't have that caffeine kick and all that. And also, coffee, tea, sugar, chocolates, yeah, they cause massive withdrawal symptoms here. Try not eating for 24 hours. You'll you'll not be able to do it. Most of you will find it very hard. But I'm not saying that you cannot do it, but it all comes down to if you want to do it. So I'll just end this video by saying this. After you grow up and get out of your nest, no mom, no dad, you're not accountable to anyone. Nobody can tell you what to do. So why should you discipline yourself? For what? Going to the gym is fun and pumping iron and seeing the muscles and all that. Yes, that also involves a little bit of discipline, but that is different. That is fun. The real fun is when you do things which are very hard. Try disciplining yourself with food that is tempting for you. Smoking, drinking, weed, even sex, porn. Very, very hard. I'm not trying to tell you that I'm better than you. I'm just trying to tell you that I was exactly like you, had all the weaknesses. I chose to discipline myself at a very late age in my life. And that is making me a better person. And my wife and baby looking at me, they respect me more. And they will, my wife, she never did dieting or forget dieting, sorry, fasting. She never needed discipline. She herself came to me and said, I also want to practice intermittent fasting and discipline myself. Okay? And my baby looking at it, she also is now showing signs where she practices discipline. If you tell her, you're not going to watch TV, she doesn't cry. You're not going to eat this ice cream or chocolate, she doesn't make a big fuss. Yes, we know that she's upset, but she willingly says, okay, Papa, I will not eat. Okay, Papa, I'll not buy. Makes you a better human being. Anyway, I don't want to bore you with all these lectures, but all I want to tell you is if you want to succeed in life now, if you want to achieve greatness, serious greatness, not just, I'm just talking out of my ass, you need to practice discipline. Because remember this, the chain, no matter how strong a chain is, it will break at its weakest link. If all the chains are so thick and there is one which is, with a thin, like a rubber band or something, where do you think it'll break when it, stretches? So in the same way, you want to achieve greatness, you want to make something out of your life, you want respect from your family, or all that. And most important, you want your own self-respect and self-worth. Practice self-discipline. I do it for all these reasons. And when people ask, I say health and all that. But the deeper reason is this. Anyway, after I make another video, only then I will eat. And I'll be so relaxed because then I'll watch my movie. I'll tell you, it has not been easy at all. But did it again. Anyway, good, bad, ugly, feel free. Comment down below. Not easy to make 30-minute videos, 2, 3 per day when you have not eaten anything. No, and sometimes, especially last day, no water also, by the way. Okay. All right, guys. You guys take care. And if you watch the whole video, comment down below that you watched the whole video so I know who you are. Okay, ciao. Bye.